Welcome to Circuit Fix. Today a customer brought in this ComTech PR216. The customer states that the unit will not power on. Possible issues with the toggle switch. Please evaluate and repair as needed. This is a ComTech remote program monitoring, personal queuing, wireless tour guide, and assistive listening device that we sometimes use on film sets for the producers and directors to be able to monitor the actual audio that's being recorded live when we're shooting scenes. The first thing we should do, I guess, is just pop a battery in and see if it does actually not work. And normally that starts lighting up and blinking. Let me plug a set of headphones in and see if I can hear anything. It could just be a bad LED, right? Actually, I do hear something. It is powered on. I actually have a ComTech transmitter in the other room. I'm going to go turn that thing on and see if maybe we just have a bad LED on this. Now the transmitter in the other room is turned on, producing a 1 kilohertz tone. And I tuned the ComTech receiver here to that frequency. And I'm turning it on. There's no light. I hear a scratchy pot and no audio. So perhaps the RF board is not getting power and the audio board is. Let's crack this thing open and see what's going on with it. Go ahead and take our battery out. Now we've got a long Phillips head screw here and 2 short ones. And some small hex heads. Let's release the back cover. And now this board has got a header on the inside and there's an LED light on the front. So we just pick up and slightly back and that'll remove the RF board. So we've got the RF board out. I see a little bit of stuff on here. Let's put it under the microscope and give it a visual inspection. Now, it's certainly not the cleanest thing I've ever seen, but I don't see any severe liquid damage just yet, or anything to suggest that it's been dropped in a toilet or anything. Now, the work order did say there might be possible issues with the toggle switch, but since when I flipped it on earlier, I could hear a little bit of scratchy pot and audio coming through the audio board. I don't think it's the switch, but we will test it just to make sure. All right, I've got it turned off. And now I'm turning on the switch. So the switch is fine. Yeah, let's look here. Get a little closer. Let's see. Make sure I got the glare down. If we look at this chip, at the very top here, you see that heat spot? I think this is a 5-volt LDO. I'll look it up real quick. Okay, so this is a 2986i. It is an ultra-low dropout adjustable voltage regulator, which is a LDO. And our pinout should be somewhere right there. Okay. Let's check our pins on here for shorts. But right now I'm very suspicious of this chip. So this is our suspect LDO. The dot here designates pin 1, which is right here. So we have pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like so. Pin 1, as we saw earlier on the data sheet, is ground. So let me check to make sure that we have ground on this pad. We do. And pin number 5 should be the output. So the next thing I'll do is just to make sure we don't have a direct short to the output from ground. And we do. So let's go ahead and take this chip off and see if that resolves the issue with this unit. Alright, that chip's off. Let's grab a new one. Okay, let's come in with our new chip. And that's pretty close. A little bit of hot air. All right, let's check our pins. Make sure everything's solid. 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 Excellent job all around. Okay, back over to the bench and let's see if this fixed the problem. I brought the RF board back over to the bench. Now we can just put it back in the chassis here with the audio board. Kind of the reverse process of what we did to get it out. See if we can line it up and just press down. I think that's seated good. Now we can put the battery back in. And the moment of truth. Place your bets. 3, 2, 1. And we have power. And it's blinking. I still have the signal turned on the transmitter in the other room. Let's plug in some headphones and see if I can hear that 1 kilohertz tone. I do. You hear that? So that's great news. This thing works. We'll go ahead and put it back together very quickly. It's just the reverse process. Just make sure this lines up. In with these screws. We've got our long Phillips head to hold the case together. Very good. And our 2 short screws that go in the battery compartment. There we have it. That about does it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Circuit fixed.